first cup of coffee, turn on Facebook, and there's a provocative piece of a video. I think it's tagged, white people kneel at BLM protests. I don't know, and it was shocking to me, because it looked like a religious experience, and I was incensed and fired back off with a very provocative and ill-worded comment. I shouldn't have reshared what I did. Repeated the words because it's inflammatory to some people, and I understood that was, but I was agitated myself, and a man my age should know better, but I didn't, and I was chiding the white crowd for praying to the Black Lives Matter God, because that's the way it came off, to me. I wasn't even aware of the context of the kneeling. Because, to me, you bow or you kneel when you pray. And somebody else, pointed out to me, well, I think they're kneeling is supposed to be significant of kneeling on the gentleman's neck. I said, George Floyd's neck, and I said, oh. But in any case, I've been very active on Facebook with many other posts, but this one got seized on. My big thing was that everybody knows George Floyd's name, but nobody knows the three black police officers who were killed in the rioting. Do their lives not matter? Anyway, not being savvy on Facebook. I wasn't aware until I started getting phone calls that John, your Facebook page is blowing up. I didn't know what was going on. People had already seized on it, and I had all my settings open, as I was told, as it's called, and people started putting in other racial tags on my page. It looked like it was me, the N-word, provocative stuff, and it like this. So I become immediately a lightning rod for the Black Lives Matter people. They were out here yesterday afternoon making a live video saying they're going to have a protest here today. My phone and everybody on my friends list immediately started getting attacked. The vitriol is just fierce. I mean, the evil's palpable, and I had to shut my Facebook page down. But by that time, everybody from my granddaughters and everybody just getting death threats, and it's very unfortunate, what the evil, what's going on here. But in any case, I appreciate this opportunity to set the reason. Somebody else asked me, said, "Are you a racist?" And I've never been accused of that. We've been here in this community, hard up against the nickel town, for 30 years. Well, I've been here for 30 years. This business has been here 54 years. This location. My grandparents opened on Main Street in 1975, and in my years, I've experienced the race fights. When Dr. King was assassinated, the Rodney King racial divide. Now, this what's going on. And it's an expression of frustration on my part, that this is the only thing that's going to bring this nation together is the gospel of Jesus Christ and the love of God. Dr. King knew that, and that was a different time then. And that's what everybody's telling me. You're old, John. Said this was not the 1970s. So I'm learning that lesson the hard way. And I maybe a lot of people might have a hard time convincing them I'm not a racist, but I don't like to talk too much about it because people are, you can hide behind Christianity all you want to, but that's the only thing that's going to make this situation any better.
So do you feel like you've learned a lesson? You kind of.
Oh, I'm learning a huge lesson this time. For one, I think this has broke my Facebook habit. My wife's been on me about it, and I'm learning a lot. And there's some things I'm still not aware of that are going on that help me, but. Because I'm no community leader. I'm just a little small fish in a big pond here.
I guess, what do you want to say, talking with some of the people outside, they were like, this has been kind of a big restaurant in the African American community, and
half my clientele is black, and if I had a racist bent, I wouldn't have made it here 30 years myself, running things, and my family, I'm family immigrants. My great grandfather came over around 1900 from Prussia, and so we weren't slave owners. We weren't here, and so and on my mother's side, I actually have some Native American blood in me. So the racial thing is bigger than just black and white. But here in America, black and white is the issue.
Is there a message you want to send to your customers who were maybe offended?
Oh yeah, well listen, I apologize for my choice of words, and take it back if I could. And I'm going to have to. I've reached out to some of the black Christian leaders here in the community on, here just recently, and we'll find out whether or not I can get involved, with them, because the Black Lives Matter manifesto is very problematic to me as a Christian.
And then I just want to because you said people were like reposting, pretending to be you and everything. We just want to make sure that we have.
Well, I the minute I saw it and everything, I wouldn't even ask because within just a matter of half hour, 47 shares and 1,000 comments. 1,000 comments. There's no way I can. I started trying to respond, and every single certain person that came back says, it just got uglier and uglier. So I just turned it off.
For sure.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure, if you don't mind, if you want to just scroll through and just confirm that you. Okay.
Now this is the post that in the answer I took down their initial post and I put this one up there.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They see, I was very active on Facebook. Yeah.
We just want to make sure.
And see, everybody says, you fact check that. But most of these things are. And that's these things shouldn't be happening. That's like I said. Where's it? Now somebody said he didn't die. I don't know. Somebody said, oh, that's from 2013. I think it's still valid. I mean, where's the outrage about the 20 people that were killed in Chicago that past weekend? It's just like there's something bigger than just what's been put out there, and I think it's going to take a lot of wisdom on a lot of people's parts, and myself included.
And then, just to kind of clarify, I want to make sure we give you as much of a voice here as we're giving anybody. What are some of the things that you think are problematic as a Christian with the Black Lives Matter movement?
Oh, well, I'm not a very good spokesman for that. I think you do better to watch Candace Owens or somebody else that's up on all that and everything. But I've read some of their manifesto, and it's absolutely contrary to the Word of God. No private ownership. This whole thing about defund the police. Really? Defund the police? And it goes all over the place.
Sure.
Real quickly. You probably. I'm going to say it because you won't share it because it opens up a whole different can of worms. But the biggest killer of black lives is abortion, and that heavily depopulates the black population. People, where's the concern about all the black babies that are, thrown in dumpsters out of convenience? That's a morality issue.
And I guess just again, is there any message? Do you stand with your black customers, or are you?
Oh yes, absolutely. Oh yeah. There was a gentleman who just came to the door while I was sitting there. I've known him for oh golly, maybe 15 years. Black man. He knows I'm not a racist. My black cook just pulled up here, saw the cameras and everything. And I said, Roz, I wish you were inside. Oh, I shouldn't say her name. Let me back it up. She don't want her name out there. I could tell you wherever you're acting. I said, I wish that you were inside when I was just asked if I was a racist. She rolled her eyes like, yeah, right. And I said, I wish you'd answer the question. All of a sudden, I saw the fear in her eyes. Like, don't get me mixed up in this. They'll be banging down my door. That's the reason we're not open. And all my employees have been the thuggery is the proper word that's gone on Facebook. They're all got their lives threatened. Or says, here, I got pictures of your children and everything. You're going to find them in a ditch. There's a lot of the hatred is just fierce. A lot of hate.
With the protest today, are you gonna maybe talk to some of the people?
Oh, the gentleman, his name I have in my
Bruce?
wallet, huh?
Bruce, maybe?
Yeah, Bruce. Yes, Bruce. You know, I responded to him on Facebook and said I'd like to have a face-to-face conversation with you. I told that to the police officer. The police officer said, well, he doesn't talk to us, so I doubt he talked to you. That's their comment. But I'll talk. No, everybody had a chance. But he says he's going to shut us down, and he wants all the money back that I've ever made off the millions of dollars I've made. Look around you. The millions of dollars I've made off the black community. Well, that's a little hyperbole. You know, but I understand it. He's upset. You know, emotions don't fix anything. I'm trying, and there's, I'm old enough to be wiser than to post something as stupid as I did, you know, because I'm emotional, you know.
Anything else? Is there anything else you want to add? Anything
No, I appreciate the opportunity just to state my mind, just to show my humanity here, because that's it, you know.
Yeah.